From Birmingham, I'm Miranda Fulmore. Every day, hundreds of people across the Gulf South are released from prison. By many accounts, they're set up to fail. In Alabama, a group of students and professors recently got a taste of the experience. They participated in a reentry simulation. It's part of a nationwide effort to increase empathy for people leaving prison and envision a better way. For the Gulf States Newsroom, WBHM's Mary Scott Hodgen has this story.
In the real world, Treon Carmichael works at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, and she's studying social work. But today, Carmichael is walking in the shoes of a man named Wessel.
Been in prison, federal prison for 10 years. He has gotten a GED, so that might be helpful, maybe in getting a job.
Carmichael is one of about 100 people participating in the simulation. The group is gathered in a large gym at the UAB Recreation Center.
Do you know anything about the reentry process?
No, ma'am. That's why I was like, let me see how hard it is or how difficult it is to see what they actually go through.
That's the idea behind the simulation. Participants take on the persona of someone leaving prison. They get a list of tasks to complete at stations around the gym. Visit the probation office, the courthouse, the employment office. One station is especially popular.
Excuse me, what is this line for?
State ID.
You think you're going to make it?
No, absolutely not.
As another participant puts it, the line for an ID is 1,000,000 years long. But getting a state identification card is one of the first things people need to do when they leave Alabama's prisons. And if you make it through the line, you better be prepared.
So in order to have that, you need a social security card and birth certificate?
Yes.
You have both of those? Can I get a transportation card of $15?
A transportation card is required at every station. It represents a bus ticket or a car ride, and it costs money. Some people start the game with a little savings. Some have nothing. They scramble to figure out how and where to find work and cash a check. During round 2, Treon Carmichael finds out she owes $75 on an outstanding warrant.
Was this unexpected?
Very much so. I finally found how to get some money. I was supposed to get some every week, but it is horrible out here. Horrible.
By round 4, things have not gotten much better.
Don't know whether or not I need to go get some food before I pass out or go get my paycheck. I hadn't paid child support, I hadn't paid rent.
It's a predicament for lots of people leaving prison. Across the country, reentry programs differ state to state. In places with higher incarceration rates, like Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, there's often greater demand for services. But those services are few and far between.
We simply just don't make use of the time that we have people incarcerated, and so they don't have a plan when they come out.
That's Jeremy Shearer, an assistant U.S. attorney in Alabama. He organizes these reentry simulations for all kinds of people, community groups, police, even judges. Shearer says there are ways to improve the process. More education programs in prison, more job training, more treatment for people with substance use disorders.
The best practice model in reentry is reentry begins on day 1.
Alabama prison officials say reentry is a priority, but in recent years, their main focus has been funding new prison construction. As the event winds down, Tim Lanier addresses the group.
I want to thank y'all for making me feel good today. I like putting y'all in jail. That was good.
Lanier served 18 years in Alabama's prisons. He's one of several formerly incarcerated people helping run the simulation. Lanier says, all fun aside, the activity is just a glimpse at how chaotic and stressful reentry can be.
I really like the frustration I saw on the faces of the people that saw that they couldn't get things done. You know, just imagine that. Just imagine getting out of prison after being in there over 15, 16, 18, 20 years. They give you $10 in the bus ticket to tell you to come home.
For participants like Treon Carmichael, just an hour of the simulation is enough.
I'm tired. I'm just forget it. I'll go to jail myself.
Carmichael says there has got to be a better way.
Because basically you set them up for failure, they're going back to prison, and they have no help. So we're doing, it's like a hamster wheel going round and round with no progress.
Carmichael is finishing up her social work degree, and she says in the future, she may work with formerly incarcerated people and hopefully make the process a little bit easier. For the Gulf States Newsroom, I'm Mary Scott Hodgen.
The Gulf States Newsroom is a partnership among public radio stations in Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana.